What's good, Stopde Nation? Welcome back to another video. So we got our first idea of what is going to cross over from FIFA Mobile to EAFC here. So they dropped this blog earlier today. You can take a look. We'll put a link to it in the description below as well. But I'm definitely getting excited about EAFC Mobile. Hopefully you are as well here as we go into the first sort of look at this here. So the new season is on the horizon. Welcome to a new era of football simulation on mobile with EA Sports FC Mobile. So it's launching September 26th, with being on the 18th, we're fairly close to that. I mean, what we got, 8 and a month to go, 8 days and a month to go from here. So definitely getting very close, definitely getting excited about that. But before we arrive, there is the transition and season reset information to run through, and I know a lot of you have been waiting for this information about what's going to carry over. I know definitely I've been waiting for this to come up, and the first one is whether or not there's going to be a new app. So there is going to be no new app. The current app is going to update into the EA Sports FC Mobile app from the App Store or the Play Store. So if you haven't played any of the previous seasons, basically what ends up happening is if you have FIFA Mobile downloaded, you could go in and then it's just going to come up as like an update, just like any of the other updates in the season. And so this is going to be, but this is going to be a big one here because this is going to update to EA Sports FC Mobile, whereas before it's like just like a new kind of updated FIFA Mobile. So definitely excited about that part. So stay tuned to the official social media accounts for the exact launch date and time of the app update, which is interesting because it says it's launching on September 26th. So if it's launching on September 26th, but we have to stay tuned for the exact launch date, I don't know why that is, but okay. So we have the launch date and time of the app update. The new app update will be fairly large, so they recommend using Wi-Fi when updating. But I mean, that's probably a good thing. I guess the larger it is, the better it's going to be for more stuff in it, right? EA Sports Mobile still have authentic license for football players, leagues, and competitions. So still provide unrivaled authentic football experience on mobile throughout the season. You'll be able to play with stars from the world's top clubs, leagues, competitions. So we got Champions League in there. We got Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, the MLS, the Saudi League, and many more. So many more. I mean, that's good, though. We got most of the leagues I feel like we've had for in FIFA Mobile for past seasons in there as well, and we do have the Champions League in there too, which is very good. Are there minimum requirements for the different EA Sports FC Mobile? So this is a really important one, I feel like, for a lot of people. Make sure that you actually have the requirements to play head-to-head 60 FPS. I'm gonna guess if you can't play those right now, it's probably not going to change, and you probably still won't be able to play it. But when I clicked on the link to get there, the last time this was updated was May 5th, 2023. So if you've checked it anytime since then, it hasn't really changed. So it talks about here the specs to download FIFA Mobile on iOS and Android. So I feel like it hasn't really changed much in what it's going to be for EAFC Mobile. But basically like iPhone 6 or later, your different specs for Android that you'd have. So 1 gig of RAM, quad core, Android OS version 5.0 or later, and then the head-to-head compatibility. So this is pretty important too, because I mean, I think being able to play the head-to-head, I mean, is a very fun part of the game. So being able to play that, you do need an iPhone 7 or later, or an iPod Touch. Man, iPod Touch. I didn't even know they still made iPod Touches. We got an iPad, iPad Air, iPad Pro, iPad Mini, and then for Android, like, I mean, there's so many different kinds of Androids you can play on. And again, I'm sure some will play better. In fact, you know, even just playing on like an older iPhone, a newer iPhone, like it's going to play better head to head. I think if you have kind of the newer devices with there, but these are all the ones that it can play it. If it's not listed, it still might work as long as you have these requirements as well. So there are some kind of additional requirements that you can have, and it can change throughout it from there. So I guess that is important, is that I wouldn't just pick up like the minimum device just so you can play head to head. It could technically change. Playing at 60 FPS. So next season of FIFA Mobile can be played at 60 FPS frames per second. With this higher frames per second, you get a more detailed and responsive visual experience. So to reach 60 frames per second, you basically have to have an iPhone 8 or later, or apparently that iPod Touch. That iPod Touch, 7th gen iPod Touch, outperforms that iPhone, I guess. And then you got the Samsung Galaxies, the Google Pixel phones. Ooh, I have a Google Pixel too. Sweet. I'm on the list still. I'm still on the list with the Google Pixel there. And again, it talks about like you're not going to lose your account progress if you don't have that phone, but you can't play it. So basically, until you get another phone, you'd have to do it. But that's why you want to make sure you link it to Apple ID, Facebook, Google Play. I mean, you should really do that anyways, because it kind of keeps your account safe. And also, you get like 2,000 gems or something. The thing keeps popping up to tell me to do it on my Road to Glory account, and I really should. I just haven't yet. All right, now this is the big one here. What carries over to EA Sports FC Mobile? So EA Sports FC Mobile, the big things that are going to carry over: username, user ID, FIFA points, which are now called FC points. This one I love. Ban status. If you were banned in FIFA Mobile, you're banned in EAFC Mobile, apparently. So don't get banned before EAFC Mobile happens. I guess that's probably important because you probably want to play the game. And if you're banned, I would gonna say that you can't play the game because the ban status carries over. So username and user ID, which makes it seem unlikely we're gonna be able to change the username. I know that's a big one for a lot of people. They want to be able to change the username, and it doesn't really say one way or another if you can. I feel like on Madden Mobile, I've been able to change it when I played it, but here it's sort of looks like it's going to carry over. Whether or not that means it's going to carry over and we can't change it, or it's just going to carry over, that part I'm not sure about. What does not carry over here? So this is the big list of things. Pretty much, if it's not here, it's not going to carry over. So not a lot does seem like it's going to carry over. So your player items. So this is the first time in probably 2.5 years that the player items will reset. And if you played any of the first few seasons of FIFA Mobile, or if you played like any of the FIFA console, you know that this happens pretty much every season. The players go back to the start. But in FIFA Mobile and all the past seasons, we've had the preseason events where we've been able to kind of build up our squad. The higher overall squad gets you better rewards when the new season comes. And that's basically what we have here. We have player item roster. It's going to reset. Coins are going to reset, so we're going to lose our like 7 billion coins. So basically, get rid of everything now. Well, not now, when the preseason happens, so that you can get the most amount of rewards in the new season, especially the gems. I mean, that doesn't mean spend your gems right now, because remember, we do have the Founders event as well. So you might want to hang on to them for the Founders event. So don't just be like, oh, I got to get rid of all my gems and spend them all on trophy challenge or something, because we might still have something good for them in the next event there. And then the League versus League record was going to reset. Account level is going to reset. This one is interesting, because this is also something that is very new to this. Emotes, logos, kits, and stadiums. Those are all going to reset, which is a little sad. I mean, I have that Derby logo from Season 2. We grinded so much to try and get it. And I know a lot of people grinded out like head-to-head champion logos and stuff like that. So that one is a very interesting one, that those are not going to be moving forward as well. Then we got the leaderboard rankings. I mean, this, I feel like, resets every like division rival season anyway, so maybe not as big a deal, but fans and cups, I mean, that also seems very obvious. Skill boosts are going to do, I mean, if your players are, can you imagine, it just resets all your players, but they still have 20 skill boosts. Rank up items, friend list, and friend record. And this is going to be an interesting one too. It means you're going to have to re-add any friends in the new season if you want to do that. Star Pass progress, again, that kind of seems obvious that the Star Pass would reset if you're going to get a new game. But we also got quests here that are going to reset. So how can you recover old emotes, logos, kits, and stadiums? And this is going to be interesting. So at the beginning of the new season, you'll receive a gift of emotes to get you started. We'll also have more details on how to redeem old vanity items like logos and kits as we get closer to the launch date. So whether or not it's kind of something like we've had in that Retro Stars promo, where they just kind of let you go back through some of the old ones, or there is a way to get like your own ones, that is a little unclear. My guess is it's probably going to be like universal old ones, like, you know, kind of how we've had those events where you get some ones from the past versus like actually getting back logos that you might have earned from like head-to-head or verse attack, or, you know, the Derby one that we got from there. But anyways, we also got the Founders event, and this is going to be big. I'm excited for this one. August 24th, UTC. We're definitely going to be streaming live for this, so make sure you come by for that one. The Founders event is going to begin. In this special event, you can celebrate the game's legacy while preparing to build your club's history in the next season. We want to leave most of the details for you to discover when the event releases, but here's what you can expect. You can become a founder and earn exclusive benefits. I don't know what that means, but probably you have to pay some money, and then once you pay some money, you get some players in the next season. Progress through the event and claim player items that will carry over a special version with a lower overall when the next season begins. This has pretty much happened every past season, but if this is your first season playing FIFA Mobile, basically what happens is you'll get like a 118 or a 119 or a 117 or whatever the highest overall is going to be from here, or whatever player you get to, and then in the next season they'll be like a 90 overall or a 92 overall, something like that's more reasonable to start a season with, which I mean kind of makes sense because you don't really want to start a season with 115 if every other player on your team's like 70. But then we have this, so stay tuned for future details about this by following them on Twitter. Or follow us on Twitter too, at @Stopde_official. And then we got future of regions, and this one is very exciting for me. We have important news to share with you about cross-regional play in EA Sports FC Mobile. Stay tuned for more official information. So the only worrisome thing about this statement is, does that mean we have more important information to share with you, and that important information is that there isn't crossplay, or is it going to be like, we're sharing this with you because there will be crossplay? I'm hoping for the latter, but I mean, it could just be a massive troll of just like, yeah, so we got some more information to share, and that information is you cannot play cross-region. Anyways, we'll hope for the fact that we can play against people from other regions, because that has definitely been missing from this one. Be exciting for like collabs and stuff for us, and I think just like for everybody, just getting a chance to play with different people from across the world. I know that's been very exciting things in past seasons, so I would be looking forward for that as well. And it doesn't say anything about like the rest of the game, like the market, those kind of things, just kind of the play. So I'm wondering if it's just like a gameplay thing, or if it's like the whole thing is going to be kind of interconnected like it used to be. But they hope the new season's player transition article is helpful, and thank you for embarking on this exciting journey with them from the EA Sports FC Mobile team. There you have it. That is everything that we know so far about this one. Keep checking back as new information comes out, but I'm definitely excited about this. It's getting close. It is almost a month away that we have there, or maybe not, because that one thing said we have to stay tuned for when the launch date is, even though it said the 26th. But anyways, thank you for checking this out, and thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde.